My name is Eric Lawson, and I've now been a resident of Ely for almost 3 years.
My name's Lacey Squire. I came to Ely thanks to him. I work independently as an independent contractor, and I work at one of the restaurants in town.
I am currently employed and have been for almost 3 years now by Paragus Northwoods Company. I'm the retail manager.
Well, I think what's lovely about living here is that we live a half a mile, not even, round trip, we live a quarter mile away from a lake that is Boundary Waters adjacent. And so some of what's lovely about being here is that we're on the edge of the wilderness edge community. And that's really special.
We always joke, we moved to Ely for Ely, and most people understand exactly what you mean, being on the edge of the wilderness and having access to this incredible natural area, one that I've been exploring now since my early to mid-teens, so 20 years, was a no-brainer for me.
Balance can look different here in this town because we're both so close to the places we go when we're apart, and then it's so easy to come back together.
I've found it's helped me achieve a better balance and not at all complicated things in my life.
We have a really huge Boundary Waters map framed and hanging in our living room, and it is just not uncommon that I will step in the back door and see Eric just like standing in front of the map, contemplating it. And what I have enjoyed about living here, because I do think of myself a little bit outside the outdoor adventure community. I didn't grow up going to the camps or going into the Boundary Waters, but it brings me so much joy to be sitting around a bonfire with friends and hearing Eric talk with other people who have equally memorized the entire map of the Boundary Water, Canoe Area Wilderness, and Quetico. I love watching that community exist.
I think that's been one of the most exciting things for me, living in Ely, is getting to learn the area. Coming up here and having so much more free time to be able to dedicate to being in the wilderness has allowed me to pick up wild foraging, has allowed me to hunt more, has allowed me to become a true sportsman. I want to know everything about this area and immerse myself in truly meaningful experience that goes beyond being a visitor, but being more symbiotic with nature around us. And I feel like I'm getting that, exploring as much of this area as I can.
And I had my own objectives, which were entirely different. And I remember very clearly because I thought of it and still think of it as starting a new life. And I was at a place where I was feeling quite burnt out and overstimulated with the environment that I had created for myself. I had 3 goals. I wanted to learn, write, and cook. And moving here created an opportunity. So how am I going to fill my days when I'm in this entirely new environment? And I was able to take my 10 years of living up to that moment to guide how I was going to enter this new era. And so the environment encouraged me to follow through on my ambitions. So Eric had his reasons and his ambitions, and I had mine, which were totally different, and how cool that we could come to the same place that would help us realize our very different dreams together. As we meet people, it almost seems like each individual or unit, family, whatever, they're doing something funky in their way.
Yeah.
And it takes a lot of pressure off what our version of something funky is.